Well, so we have to look at the newspapers. How are you?
We do. I
good?
am well.
Which one is
thank
this?
you.
GTP or?
This is GTP. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I rock a lot of GTP. You know what I mean?
I see.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you work a lot with Sarkodie in putting together the lyrics. Ghana and Tom.
Just a little caution. If you use the, how do you call that road? Around Peace FM, the stretch of road to the Tesano police station.
Okay.
Or the Tesano, the training college.
It's the Abeka to Circle Road.
Yeah, okay. So just be cautious if you're going to use that stretch of road this morning. There was an accident. And hopefully by the time you get there, they would have cleared the place.
When we see you on the TV, you look good though.
But
how old are you?
When you see me in person,
you look as if
you're
22 years old.
In person, I
don't
look.
How old are you?
22.
No, you are not 22. You can't be 22. Because why would you cry? Now, another teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
Anyway, but the good thing is that the Electoral Commission has extended the time for those who want to re-register.
Yes.
Did you go check your name the first time?
No, I didn't. And I feel so guilty saying it on the show. You know, the verification. So, okay, you read the headlines. There's a short code. Somebody has tried
6363.
Yeah,
no, it's not somebody has tried. That's the official short code that the Electoral Commission uses.
But you need to remember your voter's ID number. That's what you text into it. The last time I tried on the show, I just did a blank.
For me,
to 6363.
I've decided I don't want to give any negative vibe about what my own inefficiencies are, about how unprepared I am towards the election. Look, I'm prepared. I can tell you some things I don't have. But anyway, the Daily Graphic has on the front page, EC gives lifeline to NHIS voters to re-register. And then we also have Police Commander's Office burgled. And then 40,000 apparently Ghana City cash of exhibits stolen. I know the police people will think that the commander deliberately did this so that the 40,000 get missing. You know, sometimes people can think that way, Mama V.
What, the 40,000, what were they?
No, it was in his house, so his house was burgled.
Why was he keeping it in his house?
Charlie, this is a big question. This is a big question.
Anyway, right there.
But we also have another good news. You know, we've always had problems with the way we implement the public procurement and the financial regulation, etc. We have Parliament passing the Public Financial Management Bill.
Does that mean much to you?
Yeah,
considering we've got lots of...
No, it means much to me by us passing the bill into law. It will not mean much to me if you ask me if I'm optimistic we will implement it to the latter. No.
So why do we have it then?
I think that is a very good step. And if the media
We've made very good steps with
the media can
documents, with policies. Yeah. Well, but it's good that you're hopeful.
PPP names running mate today. So look forward to it. I'll give you a short quote.
We know it's a woman, but we don't know who that woman will be. But I heard in some circles that it's a queen mother.
Oh, great.
Does that give you a good idea?
No, not at all.
All right.
There's a pull-out of graphic business, and this is serious. And I know you used to chat a lot with Mr. Ken Thompson.
Yes.
But you've stopped. Please re-establish a collaboration. We need to go and have a lengthy interview with him, 30 minutes. And you know, Fina Trade.
Yeah, this one was like Ebo Boba. You know, when it started names.
And Fina Trade's 1.2 billion Ghana cedi debt to banks. Apparently, it's exposing these financial institutions, and it's also because Ken Thompson, in his interview or in his outline, says that it's because the banks were greedy, because they felt that maybe it's a big group, and, you have money, so you're going for.
But it's actually a big group.
It is.
I mean,
it is a big group. The point is that this company occupies a very huge part in our retail or commerce sector of the economy. And if they should pull out, we'll be in deep trouble. It will be in deep trouble. And then we have other stories as well. So, yeah.
You know, this issue about the commander, I want just a little bit of that information.
Which one?
The 40,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, okay. Let me just read that to you. It's on page 16 of the paper, Mamavi. And the story just says plainly, suspected thieves, Mamavi, have allegedly broken, journalists and their words. Suspected thieves have allegedly broken into the office of the Kwesi District Police Commander in the Sekondi Takoradi Metropolis in the Western region, and they made away with cash exhibits amounting to some 40,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay, so that's his office, his official office. It's not home. You know, I was just thinking, why would he keep the exhibit in his home? Yeah, but
my apologies to you.
But for me,
Kwesi police commander.
But this is no news, Roland.
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, this one was a tip off.
Exhibits.
This one, somebody within the command tip of the. Are you sure the people who
allegedly? Can you prove that?
Allegedly. Please, I actually retract my statement.
Sure.
It has been broadcasted already. Can we
Let me do. No, but I prompted you. So if we're called to court, for instance, they said. So what did his colleague do?
Police commander and then your people. We apologize.
We have retracted it as it
even though it's gone already, but we have retracted. We beg you, don't come in.
It is only
no
you.
Wahala.
Don't add me to it.
Okay, I beg you.
Let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Front page: 2,807 men beaten by wives last year. So my question to you this morning, Roland, have you beaten your? No, has your wife beaten you before? Be truthful, honest.
No.
Do you have friends whose wives beat them? Keep thinking about it. No. Easy expense re-registration of NHIS card holders. Breach of public financial law. Officials face 5 years imprisonment. NDC chastises NPP over e-transmission of results, and Backpage: NPA reduces aviation fuel by 25%. Fisheries Ministry donates 103 outboard motors to Qatar fishermen. But my interest definitely is inside the page 3, and the story says that a total of 2,807 men reported domestic abuse cases against their wives last year, as against 3,143 the previous year. Similarly, about 13,465 women also reported domestic violence cases against their spouses last year, as against 15,207 the previous year. Statistics for the first half of the year are still being compiled by the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit of the Ghana Police Service. The cases reported by the men included denial of sex and food, use of abusive languages, assault, among others. So Roland, now that I have defined, because it's not like physical beating, like he's taking benkuta and, giving you a slap or something. But this one is denial of sex and food, use of abusive languages, assault, among others.
So who is?
I didn't think that if you're denied of sex or food, you could report to DOFSU.
So who is reporting the man?
The men. And
read again. You see, with the men, we have what problems do we have? Tell me. Because maybe I could fall in that category.
Okay, so think about it. Let me read again. The cases reported by the men included denial of sex and food, use of abusive languages, amongst assaults, among others. You get it?
I see. This is serious.
Yeah, but and apologies. They say that when the men do the reporting, the women laugh at them.
Seriously, if you're a woman and you deny me sex, no problem. No hala.
But apparently, people are reporting to DOFSU. But I like this. That's good. That is good. It means that you're not, acting on your own and doing something. But some of the reported cases were defilements, rape, attempted rape, sodomy, incest, kidnapping, murder, abortion, death threats, bigamy, causing harm, child abuse, abduction, and child trafficking. So in total, the units recorded 15,749 cases in 2012, as against 17,778 recorded in 2012. But what it means is there was a decrease in 2015 because 2014 recorded 17,000 and over, and 2015 recorded 15,000 and over. Okay, but with regards to the men, the report has gone up, or the numbers have gone up, I think. But it's interesting. You can grab the Ghanaian Times and read the details in the paper. But please answer my question. Have you been denying any of these? And would you report that to DOFSU? Sex, food. Send me a WhatsApp, 0560 800,000. Roland. Charlie. How would you even do the reports? Like you go to DOFSU and you tell them what?
Great. Kewa.
Okay. Charlie, KY is somebody's name.
Yeah, say what? Say sexy. Charlie, I can't think far. The Daily Dispatch. MPP and e-transmission wahala. We agreed with EC, Freddie Blay. Okay. We know the NDC, they convened a press conference yesterday. They were making fuss about this up and down. I say, Anyway, pull out. My only interest, continuation of the list of over 8,000 polling station flashpoints in Ghana. We have Ashanti, Oforikrom. We have other areas in Asawasi. And
this is according to
Greater Accra.
Is this according to the police or according to the Electoral Commission?
You know,
It's one of my favorite constituencies.
Tema East. Okay, Tema West is not here. My constituency I live in now is Tema West, so I can.
Is this from the police?
What?
The flashpoint. That's from the police, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Police, and then the Electoral Commission together. Whole Central, they have a place there, Hokwe, and then they also have Gushego. They have Tamale South. Okay. All right, y'all.
All right, let's do the New Crusading Guide newspaper. Front page, NHIS registration saga. EC makes U-turn, sets August 5 to 12 for continuous registration. Tekpe dribbles IMF, breaches key bailout conditions. Obey the law, the commander cautions Brekusu chief, other encroachers. And Newmont, Ghana hands over newly built fire station to the Esutifi North District Assembly. Well, we say thank you to Newmont. We hope that a lot more corporate entities would do a lot more corporate responsibilities such as this one. That's it for the New Crusading Guide.
Well, which bank do you bank with?
Stanbic.
Oh, great. No wonder they've been captured here. Front page of the Business Finder. It says EcoBank, the Royal Bank, GCB, they have excelled in a half-year profit, I believe, and profits of Stanbic, Zenith, others decline. Government reviews industry growth downwards to 0.8%. You don't put enough money in the bank. You don't transact a lot.
But even,
that's what I'm saying.
But even when the bank is not making profit, they are still better off.
Nobody should lie to you. Bank. We're discussing the new law that has been as to what they do with the monies that people don't claim. Let's say there's a demise or, it just fizzles out to the system.
The Business and Financial Times newspaper. After this, when you do that, I'll give you a little tip. Ernest Agbashi assumes office as GCB MD. Bank of Ghana armed to bail out troubled banks. Aviation fuel fall may draw in airlines. Back page, Unilever launches new geisha soap. Stanchart records 83% half-year profit. ADB rewards customers in MTN mobile money months. And UPSA student receives award. That will be it for the Business and Financial Times newspaper.
That's it for the newspapers, really.
Okay, cool. So I was just going to say that be interested in what your spouse does. You should also share. If you sign on to an insurance policy, if you've got bank accounts, the names that you've given, you have to tell them who succeeds you in case you're no more and that kind of thing.
I'll do that.
And then, so you can put the certificates in the place where
it's accessible.
Should anything happen, anybody would realize that you've got these certificates that suggest that you've got business with these insurance companies or these banks, Otherwise, a lot of people die and their savings and investments are hidden. Nobody knows about them. And it's sad. Sometimes I see buildings, abandoned buildings in the process of, being put up. And they've been abandoned for such a long time. Sometimes you wonder, has the owner died and his family people didn't know he was building?
Which could be the case.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like people don't disclose.
I think we need to do things
People
straight.
Don't disclose. If you've got a land, let your family know about it, so that should anything happen. Otherwise, Charlie, all your wahala, somebody will come and claim it someday.
I do understand.
All right, we'll do myjoyonline.com, Roland.
Okay, happenings in CPP is a struggle of good over evil. We had Abdul Kadir in the studio about 3 days ago.
He's
the communications director of the Convention People's Party. He says the current infighting in the party has nothing to do with the clash of egos, but rather what is best for the party. Next story.
I'm not a member of the party from where I sit. Kind of disagree with what he's just said.
You like Donald Trump?
No, I don't.
He still insists his campaign is united.
Yeah, he says he's winning.
Even though the latest poll is showing that by 10 points, Hillary is leading him.
Yeah, he says, you know, they are almost matching up.
I see. Next.
But it's good he's there. It's more like some comic relief or something. Afanyo Markin commends EC over registration extension. You know, he had threatened somehow. He had said something.
I think it was a subtle thing.
He pushed for the extension. And I think when the question was asked as to if it's not done, what would you do? Would you go to courts?
He said, okay, when we get to the river.
Exactly. But now there's an extension.
I guess we're all happy about it. That's the most important
But we hope that persons who have been deleted make use of this. Because what's the point in extending when people won't go forward and register? But the good thing is, I am told that in some places there were people who had queued up to do the re-registration. In those places, that will be very critical. They have to go back and register.
Awesome, awesome. EC accuses MPP of misconstruing e-transmission decision. And it says the Electoral Commission has accused MPP of misconstruing its decision to let the electronic transmission of the December election results to a private company.
I thought, you know, the politicians say elections are won at the polling stations.
No, but apparently this one was a decision taken at IPAC.
Yes.
And the MPP was part of it. So
but by the time the result is transmitted through whatever means,
look,
everybody would have known what they got, right?
Do you know that since 2004, and since 2004, journalists and party people started transmitting results to their various centers, whether it's a newsroom or the parties for their own election centers, through the phone or wherever means they can't get it. So sometimes when the parties come that they were cheated one way or the other, I said maybe the numbers were too small in terms of the gap, so maybe that's why some numbers got missing. Because if you have your party agent, wherever, and the person transmits the results, it has to be to a regional center or a constituency center, then it's also transmitted to that level, to the next. Or you have a larger center in which you have all the...
So that's what we're going to have now? We're going to have...
I think since 2004, we've had the parties do that.
Yes.
So sometimes it baffles when they say, well, they go through the issues of the papers or what the primary data is, and they come up with all these things. Because really, they transmitted the results themselves.
Sometimes when it comes to party politics, red is not red, white is definitely not white.
Right.
Okay, let's move on quickly and make way for Akwesi Dankwa. There's a lot of real conversation. 1 dead, 5 injured in central London knife attack. They say they are not ruling. They say it's more of a mental, issue, but they're not ruling
it
terrorism
happened in
out.
Russell Square, central London.
All right, let's move on. Also, Parliament passes technical university bill. So the bill to convert 6 out of the 10 polytechnics into a fully fledged university has received the unanimous approval of Ghanaian legislators Wednesday. Okay, there's some transfer news. Benedict will tell us about it. Re-registration of NHIS card holders, stakeholder consensus, informed extension, according to the Electoral Commission. I'm worried because one of the reasons given for no extension the first time was money. I'm not quite convinced as to the answer they've given in terms of, do you have money now? Why are you now extending it? Because you had said money was a problem then. What has changed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But sometimes you would never find answers to these, would you? Yeah. Roland, let's do BBC.
Well, so we have the Africa page. Oh, it's the world page of the BBC.
Africa.
Africa page. IS announces new Boko Haram leader, and apparently so-called Islamic State says its West African affiliate, the Boko Haram, has a new leader, but makes no mention of the fate of its predecessor, Abubakar Shakau.
So, this particular news, I wonder, should the international news be reporting some of these things? Well, should we know about them?
I think so. It's
and
news.
We should.
News is about news.
We should publicize. Because that's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
They want the world to know that...
You causing fear and panic among people.
Yeah, they want the world to know that we're organized. This is it.
And we seem to be giving it so much credence.
Exactly, because this is exactly what they want. They tell us they tell us what they want us to know, and
I think the Western media is a lot more guilty with this than I think.
No, they are definitely. They are definitely.
Because if you give them publicity, it's as if you're putting fear in those living in the enclaves in northern Nigeria, which has the prominence or the activism of Boko Haram.
Yeah.
And it means that the residents in many of the communities like Maiduguri and all those places like the state of Kaduna and all, Sokoto would not feel safe, would they?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess two things. I'm just thinking that for security reasons, authorities may know about this, but can we not put it out
the
there?
media sometimes,
can we not publish them?
BBC, can we contempt them for this thing? Hey.
Seriously.
Let's take our justices to London. We arrayed the journalists of the BBC before them. You announce Boko Haram leader.
No,
so
Roland.
Come to Ghana's prison in Sawam. Come and spend 2 days.
No, hang on. It's relevant for authorities in Africa and elsewhere to know about it. I'm just saying the publication of it for the rest of...
I agree with you because even in the intelligence community, because they have a certain community, they have a way of communicating. And so for them to know in itself, unless it's of acute public interest, I don't think that you have to tell anybody. If you're telling somebody, it means you're warning them thereof.
Yeah.
Of the existence of this group, and so they have to be careful. But if it's just you publishing this, and now the residents in those communities in northern Nigeria where Boko Haram, now they say, now they have a new leader, you know.
So Mugabe must go clashes in Zimbabwe. Pictures of police in Zimbabwe clashing with demonstrators protesting against
did you watch the video?
Mugabe. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
I think there were over 1 million or something.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, still, Mugabe Day.
Charlie. I don't know how a 91-year-old or how old is he now? 90-year-old or like?
No, he's 90-something. No, how old is he? I mean, I can't remember. Okay, well, I don't know. I think he's not 90 yet. He's still 80-something.
89 or 92. Oh, okay. My cameraman here says 92. I'm sourcing the news to my cameraman. What's your name?
Okay, well, the world is also focusing on South Africa.
Don't worry, we can always Google and get it. So
we're also focusing on South Africa. You know, there were elections. They say local elections yesterday, and a lot of people say that this is really like a hard test.
But I know the African.
No, elections. They will win, but it's the places that they will lose. Okay. Yeah. 92.
Mugabe is 92. So you are right, Ken, eh?
Of course he's right.
Stephen, Yusuf, Shukran, to Nagode.
Oh, so Nigeria pastor in sexism.
So Yusuf, thank you very much.
Police battles Zimbabwe. This issue, okay, we'll pull it up. Nigerian cleric in row over marriage comments. Okay, that's one of the...
When they should come to Ghana, we get these things from councillors and pastors all the time.
Oh, but it will be good. We're going to open this up and then share a lot more with you.
All right.
But you know is it a torch? The Olympic torch.
Oh.
Is it? That's how they call it, right?
I was watching a story on one of the international news network, and they said, "Oh, the London edition was so successful and is the best in recent times." And that's the Athens one trash. And the real one will be a lot more trash because Brazil is having financial difficulties.
Okay, so you know in places the torch is going around because I think the opening is in 2 days, right? And people are demonstrating, and they're not just demonstrating in certain areas when the torch got there. Some people fetch water in buckets
and put it up.
They attempted to put it up. Because they say they can't believe that a country that's going through the kind of
crisis
is spending so much
millions of
in hosting this Olympic. I don't know. Google sent me something.
You think they should have called it off? There would have been huge sanctions on Rio de Janeiro.
Well, I don't know.
We have to go.
Yeah, we have to. We definitely have to bow. Make way for Benedict, who's got a lot more of the updates on these things that we're talking about, as well as some transfer news in sport here on the show. You're watching the AM show.
We'll be right back.